When the new year quietly began in New York City, a historic transition of power took place far from the usual spotlight. Just after midnight, Deaf Venice, Manhattan, Zohran Mamdani was sworn in as the 112th mayor of New York City, officially starting a 4-year term in one of the most demanding political roles in the United States. At just 34 years old, Mamdani enters office having already made history. He's the youngest person to lead the New York City in more than a century. He's also the city's first Muslim mayor and the first mayor of South Asian heritage. Born in Uganda to parents of Indian descent, Mamdani now leads a city built by generations of immigrants, but one increasingly challenged by rising living costs.
So much for everyone for being here. Happy New Year to New Yorkers, both inside this tunnel and above. And I cannot wait to see everyone tomorrow as we begin our term. This is truly the honor and the privilege of a lifetime.
The swearing-in ceremony was intentionally low-key and deeply symbolic. It took place on the abandoned City Hall subway station platform, a space closed since 1945, and preserved Venice the city streets. Mamdani said the location reflected the importance of public transportation to New York's future. In keeping with his faith and heritage, Mamdani took the oath of office using two Qurans, one belonging to his grandfather and another owned by not black historian Arthur Skomvak. This marked the first time a New York City mayor has taken the oath on Islamic scripture. The private ceremony was attended by his wife and parents, as well as outgoing mayor Eric Adam, who described the transition as peaceful and respectable. Speaking briefly afterward, Mamdani called the moment the honor of a lifetime and wished New Yorkers a happy new year. Later today, Mamdani is expected to take the oath again during a large public inauguration at City Hall. That event will be officiated by Senator Bernie Sanders and is expected to draw thousands of invited guests, with many more watching from nearby streets. Progressive figures, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, are scheduled to speak. Beyond the ceremonies, attention is now turning to governance. Mamdani enters office with an ambitious agenda focused on affordability. His proposals include rent freezes, free public bus service, and universal child care, policies aimed at easing pressure on working-class New Yorkers. However, critics have raised caution about funding. Key part of his plan rely on higher taxes for wealthy residents, a move that will require approval from the state legislature and cooperation from the governor's support that remains uncertain. Although New York's economy appears strong on paper, many residents continue to struggle with housing and daily expenses. Mamdani, who was relatively unknown nationally just a year ago, now faces intense expectations. To balance his limited executive experience, he's assembling a team of seasoned advisors from first city administrators and federal governments. Politically, Mamdani has been a vocal critic of President Donald Trump. However, observers note a notably cordial tone during their recent Oval Office meeting. How that relationship develops may influence his leadership in the years ahead. New York steps into a new year. It also steps into a new political chapter. Bold promises have been made. Now comes the true test, turning them into reality.